Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Zara Rush, and today I'm bringing you some pretty awesome news. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare will be this year's addition to the Call of Duty franchise. As you can see, it will be coming this November 4th. It is created by Sledgehammer Games, and it is their first attempt at making their own personal Call of Duty game. So I'm going to break down what we know after we take a look at the trailer. So let's waste no time and jump straight into it.
Democracy? Democracy. Democracy is not what these people need. Hell, it's not even what they want. America's been trying to install democracies in nations for a century, and it hasn't worked one time. These countries don't have the most basic building blocks to support a democracy. Little things like we ought to be tolerant of those who disagree with us. We ought to be tolerant of those who worship a different God than us. That a journalist ought to be able to disagree with the president. And you think that you can just march into these countries based on some fundamentalist religious principles, drop a few bombs, topple a dictator, and start a democracy? Give me a break. People don't want freedom. They want boundaries, rules, protection from invaders and from themselves. People need a leader who can give them both the support and the constraints to keep chaos at bay. You give them that, and they'll follow. And that's where I come in.
Well, that was the official Call of Duty Advanced Warfare trailer. After watching that, we can see what will be in the game and how it's going to connect throughout campaign and multiplayer, so let's go on with this. Right from the beginning, you can see that it was captured on Xbox One. This, to me, gives us a conclusion that DLC content will be released to Xbox before any other console, so that's really nothing new, so don't be surprised. This guy, I believe, will be the #1 antagonist who you'll be fighting throughout the campaign. He's played by Kevin Spacey, so that's pretty cool that they're getting a big name in here. These right here, the exoskeleton suits. I've seen them in real life. They are used to take like huge loads off your back, so you can carry so much more than your normal body would be able to. So that's cool, but I'm wondering how they're going to maintain them and how they're going to manage them throughout the game. Each guy right here, you can see, has a little PDA on his wrist. They used them in Black Ops 2, so I think it's just another piece of technology they put into the game. Right here you can see my worries. This guy's jumping 20 feet in the air. So I don't see this happening in multiplayer, so I don't know how they're going to manage this and if you're going to be able to use them in multiplayer or not. Another example is this guy opens a door and backhands a guy over the railing. Yeah, it's cool. It's a melee move, but I don't know how it's going to work throughout the game. This vehicle scans the landscape, and I don't know if it's scanning for enemies or just scanning the landscape to give you some information. So we'll see how that turns out in the future. This guy turns invisible. That's strictly campaign, end of story. I mean, that's not going to happen in multiplayer. It's just not going to happen. This guy throws a grenade, and as you see, it like sends out lasers, and it shows up guys like an oracle, which is pretty cool. I hope it only lasts for a couple seconds, but that's pretty cool. This tank on the ocean shoots out laser beams, so it's something we've never seen, but it's a mega gun, and we'll see how they work it out. It's kind of like a Juggernaut, but it is wielding Gatling guns, and it's very powerful, it looks like, so we don't know how that's going to work either. This is a hover bike. Vehicles in Call of Duty, I don't think you're going to be able to drive it, so that'll probably just be campaign. Right here, she throws this little vehicle into the air, probably a little kill streak, goes kill someone, who knows. This guy puts on these gloves and he climbs up the wall kind of like a gecko, which is pretty cool, but yet again, in campaign to multiplayer, I don't think you're going to be able to use it. This seems to be a mega riot shield. It blocks bullets, but building your own set of defense, I don't think is going to be able to happen a lot throughout the game. This right here is just a short clip. It's the Golden Gate Bridge. I think they're trying to make you connect with the game so that, okay, this is close to home. I need to realize this. And one thing that really surprised me was that these guys are fighting on a normal day. Like, these cars are driving by and they're shooting guns. So that's kind of surprising to me and shocking. So it's a big change. They're going through a lot of changes, adding technology, the whole game type and everything, and the protagonist or the antagonist and everything. So I mean, they're going through a lot of changes. It's their first game. They're trying to put it all into one big. They're putting all their beans in the basket, or however that phrase goes. So hopefully it turns out well. I'm looking forward to it. I'll bring you guys any other information I find out. So until then, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.